Video games have a rich and complex history that spans several decades, from the earliest experiments with interactive games in the 1950s to the multi-billion-dollar industry that we see today. Here is a more detailed history of video games. 1950s to 1960s. The earliest experiments with interactive games were conducted in the 1950s and 1960s by computer scientists who were researching new technologies. These early games were often text-based and played on mainframe computers. 1970s. The 1970s saw the birth of the video game industry as we know it today. In 1972, the first home console, the Magnavox Odyssey, was introduced. It was a very basic system that allowed players to play a variety of games using a set of overlays that were placed over the TV screen. The same year, Atari released the arcade game Pong, which became a huge hit and helped to popularize video games. 1980s. The 1980s saw the introduction of more advanced home consoles, such as the Atari 2600 and the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. The popularity of home consoles led to the creation of many classic games, such as Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Pac-Man. The 1980s also saw the introduction of personal computers, which became popular platforms for playing games. 1990s. The 1990s saw a major shift in the video game industry with the introduction of 3D graphics and more immersive gameplay. The release of games like Doom, Quake, and Super Mario 64 set new standards for what video games could achieve. The 1990s also saw the birth of online gaming, with the introduction of games like Ultima Online and EverQuest. 2000s. The 2000s saw the video game industry continue to grow and evolve. The introduction of the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Nintendo GameCube brought more powerful hardware to the market, and games like Grand Theft Auto 3 and Halo helped to push the limits of what video games could achieve. The 2000s also saw the introduction of mobile gaming, with the release of games like Snake on Nokia phones. 2010s. The 2010s saw a major shift in the video game industry with the rise of mobile gaming and the introduction of new platforms like virtual reality, VR. Games like Angry Birds and Candy Crush became global phenomena, while VR technology like the Oculus Rift and HTC Vive promised to offer even more immersive gaming experiences. Today, video games are a major part of popular culture, with millions of people around the world playing games on a wide range of platforms. The video game industry generates billions of dollars in revenue each year, and games are enjoyed by people of all ages and backgrounds. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest technology news, reviews, and insights.